apparently I've had no sound all this time and I've been talking to myself. Oh no, why is it switched off? Which means that yesterday it was switched off too. Oh no, I must watch back my video from yesterday, which means that there's going to be an entire video where there was no music, and I only noticed that the music was off halfway through. And now I've just realized that that was off yesterday as well, which means that the whole time I was talking, there would have been no sound. That's hilarious. It's fine. You can still see what I'm doing. It just has to be done. You would have done it. Oh no, that's so funny. That's terrible, actually. Terrible. That I've just realized that. So my daughter, my beautiful daughter, is turning 7. I'm not sure when that happened and how that happened so quickly, but she turns 7 tomorrow. So we're making a nice big 7. So there's parts of this cake that we're doing today, which I'm going to utilize for Saturday's cake as well. So I keep looking because my weirdo oven is making funny noises. I've got water on, so it keeps making funny noises. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave this to dry because I need all of these things to actually stand. So at some point, so I will leave it to dry and you put it aside. Okay, so then I have Gail, who I need to just put some coloring in. So we're doing neons, and Gail is in reds and oranges and yellows. But now I don't have neon red, but I'm going to mix the neon red with the neon orange, and I need some pink. Okay, so I think I'm just going to mix a little bit of red with some like neon pink or orange, just to make it actually I don't really need to do that, to be honest. Okay, so we're gonna do it on all these neons with a little bit of yellow. You can't actually see how neon this is. It's super bright and, you know, really pretty. So we're going to mix the colors in. So if you know who Gail is the whirlwind of leaves in Frozen 2 that Olaf names Gail. So, and she's in she's all, you know, shades of oranges and reds and pinks and I don't think there's yellow in there, but I'm going to put yellow because it shines really beautifully with the neons. So just kind of putting in a little bit of the yellow to, I can't believe that just realized that there was no sound yesterday. That's really clever of me. probably should have colored these before I put them together. But the reason why I didn't was because I didn't want to be trying to put them together and the colors coming off, you know, rubbing off. I don't think they would, but I didn't want to be touching it too much. I'd rather just lightly dust it like this. So, and then I'm obviously gonna be making a lot more of these leaves like this. So there's a lot more work that I need to do for the other cake. So I really do need to get that done, which is the reason why I'm getting this cake done today. And again, because the cake is crumb coated and will be iced, it can you know, stand for a couple of days and not actually, you know, it'll be fine. It'll taste just as fresh. Promise, promise, promise. I know that some people are a bit concerned about that kind of thing. They, unfortunately, cake, when we're doing things like this, can't be baked tomorrow for tomorrow. Just does not work. And unfortunately, bakers who do that put themselves under a huge amount of pressure. And the bakers that can do it probably have those freezing fridges where they can speed up the process. I don't have that. I have the comfort of my own home kitchen, where I have to do things as if I didn't run a bakery. And so I just thought I'd just do all the red bits already, and then I don't have to touch this red again. I might have. This is not my usual red. This is a different kind of red. My other red gets into everything quite badly, actually. So I decided to use a different red today. You can see. And then we'll add some oranges on some of them, pinks on others. Mainly orange, because it's the orange that stands out, and the pink. In the neon roller rink, when I've done the neons before, the pinks, the yellows, and the orange is what stands out the most. And I'm not airbrushing this, they're too small. And also, I kind of need this to be dry. And airbrushing requires me to have done this days ago so that it would have had time to dry. And we had a bit of a stop-start with all of this, because by last week we thought that we might need to cancel, because a lot of people had decided that they were going away for the weekend, and all the people that we had invited, there was a lot of people who hadn't RSVP'd yet, so we were concerned that, you know, people weren't actually going to come, and that the few people that were coming, we might need to cancel. So, but alas, that was not the case. So now, things that I was going to do last week, I've landed up having to do this week. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of these leaves as well for the big cake, and then color them exactly the same, so that so these neon colors are beautiful, even as not as you know, in the neon light. Just on their own in normal daylight, they're absolutely beautiful. They have just such a nice vibrant color, and so I'm going to use, and these colors are perfect for the Frozen theme too, the Frozen 2 theme, because it's all these colors that they use, and it's almost exact. We just need to color the backs as well, otherwise it looks a bit strange if all the back is white. So I'm probably just going to go straight orange at the back of all these leaves, because I don't really need any other color to show up. Just so that they're lightly dusted at the back, just so that it doesn't look stark white at the back, so that it doesn't look weird or unfinished, should I say. We put some color at the back of them, at least they look finished. Otherwise it's going to look like I only did half a job. While I'm at it, so I've got a few leaves that I want to put on this cake that are not obviously on here, that are just as part of decor, which I want to color as well, which will be on the base. Okay, just so that like that, so that's, but then obviously that is a lot more colorful. Oh, this looks beautiful. Okay, so while I've just got this out, I just want to do these other little leaves. That I will just scatter around here and there on the cake itself. And it's obviously, it's all autumn colors, Such beautiful colors that they show in the movie. Okay, and that's done, and then we can get on with actually putting the cake together. Right, so I'm just going to pop these along the side here. Okay, but this will be here. So we're going to mix these colors. The main colors are the yellow and pink with purple and blue, all neons. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't think that there's green at all. So I don't think there's orange. I mean yellow in it. I think it's only orange and pink, and then purple, blue, and pink. So just move that along. Okay, so Gail needs to go over there, so she's out the way. So funny that I like to talk about the leaves as an actual character, because it is. It is an actual character in the movie. Okay. So that we don't get color everywhere else. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix color first. So I need, I actually need I've got 4 tabs. So I'm looking at a picture. That's pink. So the colors that they've used on this cake, I'm going according to a photograph. The colors that they've used, it's a pink ombre to a blue. I thought it was purple, but I'm going to stick with the pink. I'm actually probably going to mix it. I'm going to mix pink and purple together, and then, but I'm going to use all the neon colors. So my colors are not going to be quite the same because I'm using neons, and I want it to look, and because we want it to shine, but it's going to look pretty much the same. Okay. So I'm going to mix. Yeah, there's no yellow. It's orange and pink. And like a reddy color. So it goes from okay, so I'm gonna need to mix a bit of red to make like a darker orange. Like a reddy pink color. So from the bottom of the cake, it goes like an orangey color, and then as it goes out, it goes a pinky red. So I'm going to do the orange. So what I'm going to do is maybe go yellow. I only want to use 4 colors. So I'm probably going to go orange to pink more than a red because of the neons. Because I need neon colors more than whatever. So basically I'm going to have that on the floor. Okay, so let's put some buttercream in here. Made a whole lot. And we'll mix these beautiful colors together. So I need quite a bit of pink. So I think I'm going to have to do a full tub of pink. Try and make it as strong as possible, because I need pink going up the cake as well as around the cake. on the cake board. So I'll make the pink in one. So that would be pink. Then I'm going to need orange, but I don't need, well, it doesn't matter because I'm probably going to use the orange anyway on the big cake as well. So I'll make some orange. And then we'll have blue and purple. I'm going to mix a little bit of purple. I'm not going to use a lot because the blue and the purple don't shine as much in the neons as the pink, orange, and yellow. I'm just wondering if I should mix a little bit of yellow to put in between. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to mix a little bit of yellow to put in between the oranges and the reds. I'll need quite a bit of blue, and whatever leftover blue I have I can also use on my big cake for the water. I'm not too stressed if I make too much of that. I just don't like making more than I need to. So right, so I'm going to pop this aside with a cloth on it so that it doesn't dry. Okay. So I'm going to mix some colors. That's yellow, and I'm going to actually start with yellow. I'm going to mix them through without me having to clean. A knife. So how you do that is you start with your lightest color, so this being yellow. You can see that it's yellow on the screen, but you can't see that it's actually this beautiful Lumo bright yellow. But you will see it in the photographs. So again, also I don't like doing things so that they're exactly the same. I've done it as simple as much as possible the same, but I want to also put my own spin on it, which is the reason why I'm not necessarily doing it exactly the same. When you're mixing the neons to get it that super bright orange, you know, that really good color, you've got to use quite a bit, unfortunately. But I've managed to do quite a bit with these neons that I've bought. So they have been well worth it. This needs to be so much darker. I need it to be a much darker orange as opposed to being a lighter orange. And I'm not too sure if I mix it with normal orange if it will stop the neon. So I would rather just mix. I might need to actually go and buy some more, but I will see. It's quite a bit of orange, and the orange I'm using it. Basically, the orange is going to be used as like I don't know, like grass, because it's winter times. There's no real green. It's like the browny green, like olive green, and that's not even on here anyway. Okay, that's better. On the picture that I'm copying, it's quite a, you can see it's definitely neons, and because it's shining quite a bit, but they've used a much darker orange. Pink to be quite pink, not a light pink, must be bright. So when I ombre it, I'm going to ombre it with purple to pink, or maybe pink, purple to blue. But more pink than purple. And I'm actually going to not do it a very bright, I mean not a very dark blue. Because yeah, like I said, the blue doesn't really shine as nice. So I feel like if I do it as a lighter blue, it might shine better. I'm going to do it more of a light blue with this, unlike the pink and orange. Because so when you go to the if you shine these neons on ultraviolet, basically everything shines opposite. So the pink does not shine pink. The pink will then shine like an orange color, yellow, you know, almost looks pink, green, blue. Oh no, wait, yellow looks green, white looks blue. So it kind of, even though it's you know, this beautiful neons, it does shine. The colors do not shine exactly the same. Orange does not really shine orange. Very strange, but yeah. So I think this is going to be the perfect blue. Almost like a slate blue. Should come out beautiful. And I'm hoping that because it's lighter like this, it's going to shine better in the neons. Okay. So that's done. Let's get this ombre going. Oh, fallen over. No, I'm going to have an issue with Anna. So I'm using part toys, part gum paste that I have, well, figurines that I have made. So I have made the little lizard, and I've made Olaf. But Anna and Elsa, my daughter already had figurines, so I'm going to use the figurines to go with it. On top of the cake. I don't normally do that, but this actual cake, the picture that I'm going to, it actually has the toys. They don't, it's not edible figures. But yeah, so let's put that in the center so that when we turn, it will center. And then I need one, I only need three of these ones. Use that one. Oopsie. 1, 2, 3. So the orange and the yellow we're going to need a nozzle for, and so we will also with the pink, the part of the pink. I'll wrap it around. That's the right way, that's the right way. Okay, right, so let's put these. My knife is foot. So when I started yesterday, it was nice and cool, and it was really nice. And now apparently we're going into a heat wave. So today is looking to be like 30 odd degrees. And apparently for the next 4 or 5 days, that's what we're looking at. So we're going into a heat wave, which is not ideal for cake. So I've been racking my brain trying to think of what I'm going to do to keep my child's cake cool. In the late afternoons, because that's when it gets really hot. And I'm now thinking that I'm going to have to clear some things in my child's room, because she's the only one who's got aircon. So I think I'm going to have to clear some space in her room so that I can yeah, so that I can put her cake there and have the aircon on to keep everything nice and cool, especially with this heat coming, which is really great. Wash my hands. Okay, got some glue. I'm going to do the glue on top. Oh yes, I think this blue is going to be the perfect color. This is actually so pretty, this color. It's quite light and like almost like a slate blue. I think it's going to work out beautifully. And then for my daughter tomorrow for school, she's not, because we're having a big party on Saturday, which is mainly her school friends. You're not taking anything to school. And also she finishes early because it's last day of school. And with that, tomorrow, unplanned, is bring your own party pack day. So the kids are going to bring their own party pack even though it's her birthday. So it's actually a good thing that I'm not actually taking anything, because the kids would have had their own party pack as well as whatever it is that she would have taken, which would have been far too much for all these kids. And she finishes school early. So what I'm doing is I'm making her own little party pack with a little cupcake so that she can sing happy birthday at school. So that the kids will sing happy birthday to her at school with a little cupcake. And yeah, she's super excited. So I'm not going to be doing too much purple because I want the main color to be pink. So I'm just only doing the two layers, and then the rest is all blue. And I like to try and make the icing. It is much better to do this with piping like this, because you get it nice and even then. And then also it's also better to and then I make it nice and close so that we have try and get as less gaps in between as possible. And this way, yeah, by doing it like this, you get it way more even than just slapping on the icing with a knife. And then, then you get it all uneven, and then parts are like, there's parts where it's thinner, and then you're starting to see the cake, and then other parts where it's not. So, do it this way. It really is. Every time. My knife is hot, so it's just dropped the the icing. Oh no! Okay. My knife is hot, so the icing just fell right off the right off the knife. Now I'm gonna get buttercream all over my hands, but it's only for that little bit. So I shall deal. I'll go wash my hands now. It can work properly. There we go. So I put my knives into boiling water. That way I don't need to use 1,000,001 knives. There looks like a gap there. But let's do it this way first. Let's do it this way first. So we're going to do the top first, so that we can then tuck in the top ends. I want this as flat as possible, because I have these figurines that need to stand on here without falling over. and we have an Anna who I feel I'm going to need to give some support because she keeps falling over. I don't know how I'm going to give her support. I have to really think about it. So let's go like this. No, let's not do that. I always use the smaller one. I'm not sure why I decided to use the bigger one. Not a clip right here. Here's my smaller one. There we go. Always use the smaller one. I'm not trying to take icing off. I'm just trying to make it flat. And so normally what I would do is I would do that whole flat thing with a buttercream, sheets, but I'm not doing that today. Okay, so let's go. Let's get this nice and smooth and pretty. We're just going to keep going until we can see. Now I have a mix of colors, which I'm going to put into another bowl somewhere, because I won't be able to use that, but I can turn that into chocolate if I need to. So we need a squirt of purple here. I actually need it to be more ombre-ish, so I'm just going to pop some purple in there and up there, just to break it a bit, and then put some blue in there, but I need to put some more blue at the top. Yeah, just to even it out. Let's try that now. That's better. So I can use that with my cake pops, especially if it's chocolate cake pops. So that's as good as it's going to get with that. So we're just going to even it out with this one. So it's nice and smooth. Beautiful slate blue. Let's just do that one more time so that we can even out the top part of it. That's it. Beautiful. There. I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to use this one. I don't think my water is hot enough actually now. I need to pull the ends in. So I'm actually going to do the base first, so that the top parts are not spinning too much, because I really don't want to be touching and moving the top. Once the toppers are on, I don't want them moving around too much. I wanted it absolutely perfect. You know, I don't see why a cake needs to be 100% perfect. You know, squared up, perfect. It's sometimes it's not necessary. This is just a birthday cake, and to me, this is also just as good and beautiful, and it does not look like, you know, a mom who doesn't know what they're doing has done it. So I could sit now, wait for it to dry, and then take my buttercream papers and, you know, do it all, you know, perfectly. But I think it looks pretty good. Oh, I did not see that. Interesting. Okay. Apparently there's some white painted. I could do it, but then I would need this to dry nicely, like quite a bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the bottom base, and I need a star. Let me just move this out away because we don't need it. I need a star nozzle. I need 2 star nozzles actually. One for the pink and one for the orange and for the yellow. Or actually 3 and one for the yellow. But I'm actually, let's see what I've got. Because I'll probably just use different sizes. Let's see what I've got in my box of tricks. Okay. Okay, so we need a nice, beautiful star. So I'm going to use that one, which is like a little rose. A rose star, and then I'm going to use an actual starburst. And then, so that will be between the yellow and no, that one I'll do as a yellow. I do have another one of these ones, the starburst, because then I'll just use that same for the pink and orange. Do you have another one? I know I have another one. Just a matter of trying to find it. There it is. Okay. Right. So then we need some bags. So I keep going off screen here because I've got like bags on the side here, and I've got a whack of them, like a whole lot. Like a lot. Okay, so let's do, I hope this one doesn't pop out. Yeah, fine. So this one actually goes from orange at the bottom and the center. Although I think that's the reason why it looks so nice, is because it's so contrasty to the pink at the bottom, the purpley pink at the bottom. So we shall do that. Okay, so the yellow is really just going to be there to just give it some oomph. I'm going to change it just slightly. Ooh, trying to get my knife to pull down. Otherwise my buttercream's going to plop off my knife again. So I'm not going to need to use a lot of yellow. So I'm just going to, because it's really just to put in between. And some orange. And the main colors on here are the orange and the pink. So, and actually, the orange has started, I always call it, it's developed. So if you should always mix your colors quite a while, like about half an hour ahead of time, and let them sit for a bit. Because what happens is that they actually do get darker or stronger. So you might go, oh, okay, it's not dark enough, and then you go and put a lot more, and then it lands up being too dark because you've put more to match it immediately, when actually it's, if you just give it a couple of 20 minutes or so, it'll darken. And as it gets exposed to the elements in the air, it actually also, like, I don't know if you've noticed it, but like if you do chocolate, if you make chocolate icing, if you've made it early, it will be quite light. Like if you've made it and you left it for like half an hour or something, even if you make it and then you're going to put it on your cake, and then the color that you made it, if you made it like a light chocolate brown, by the end of it, it's like a dark chocolate, because it's had time to develop. Okay, so we're just going to do these little squirts of orange all the way, like starbursts everywhere, all the way around. And we're going to cover the whole base. Right, none of my windows are open or anything, and it's a paper or something. It just made a noise, and I'm like, what was that? I do have a fan on though, so it might be the fan that's blowing some things. So in this picture also, it has, because I've used figurines, they've got everybody, all the characters, Sven and Christoph, as well as Olaf. They don't have, obviously, the little, what is it, the lizard, the chameleon, but, and then they've got Elsa and Anna, all in the correct clothing. It's all Frozen 2, but yeah, I wasn't going to make, I decided not to make the figurines because this cake is small, and my figurines, it's it's incredibly difficult to make such tiny figurines. So I decided not to make the figurines, but I did do Olaf and a little lizard. So they are a little bit, not out of proportion, but out of proportion to the figurine. So I'm going to put them down at the base where Sven and Christoph are supposed to be in the picture, and then Elsa and Anna will be on the top. But because the cake is small, it's not easy trying to get these things in such tiny proportions without it looking really funny. So, and I didn't want to have so many too many toppers on here would have been too much. So we're going all the way around. And now I'm going to change over to the pink. So I'm going to do the same orange and pink on the big cake as well to cover the base, to keep the theme, to keep it going, because Frozen 2, it was not bright greens and stuff like that. It was all about these autumn colors. So last year I did a mini cake for my child to blow out a candle in the early hours of the morning, and she woke up and she has asked if I have the same, if I'm doing it again, and because I always do it. And I said to her, no, I haven't made a mini cake for you because she's got this cake and the big cake, and I've actually made her a cupcake that I'm going to decorate, which I need to do, which I'll use the leftover icing that I'm using here for it. And she's so funny because I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. But because she's taking a party pack tomorrow, I'm putting the cupcake in, so we can always use the cupcake for her to, you know, so that we can sing to her first thing tomorrow morning, and then she'll take her cupcake to school. So, but she's hilarious. Okay, all the way to the edge. Gotta be careful because if I put it too close, well, it's on the edge anyway. And then I'm just going to pop some yellows in between just to give it that extra oomph. Just here and there, not a lot, because that's just going to light up like hugely in the neon. And again, the whole point of doing this, we've picked this particular Frozen cake style because we love the colors, and we're like, oh, they can all be done in the neons, and it's, you know, all these beautiful colors and not just blue like the first Frozen. And then I'm going to pop some leaves on here as well. So what's going to happen is that in the front here, I'm going to put her name. So once it's dry enough for me to stand up, I'm going to, we decided to do it in, I think, the yellow and pink. And we're going to put it in the front here, standing up. Okay. But obviously that's not dry enough. And then her number 7 will come on the side. Okay, but in the meantime, we're going to put everything else together on this cake. We're going to put Gail in and all the other characters. I'm concerned about Anna falling over, and I have no idea how I'm going to stop her from doing that. So she is a toy, plastic toy, but she tends to do that. And I'm pretty sure she's going to do that. She's not going to stand still. So she can stand, as you can see. She's got to be standing on here. But any movement with this cake, she's going to fall over. So I'm probably going to have to just position her, take her off, put her on for photographs, take her off, put her on for, you know, whatever we need her to be on, and then literally take her off. I think that's about plenty. Oh, before I do that, I just realized I need some snowflakes, of course. So I'm just going to quickly roll some snowflakes to stick on here. I purposely left it for now so that they were wettish to go onto these parts. I need to put snowflakes on here. I can just pop that on now. Where's my gum paste? Yeah. So I need some snowflakes. So how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 snowflakes. Oh no, maybe some more just to dot around the cake. Okay. I'm just going to stick these on as we go. Oh, that's beautiful. How's it sticking? Okay, so I have a snowflake cutter. And I'm just going to do a whole bunch. Okay, and then I need some glue. Glue. Just to make sure it sticks. Just use a little bit of glue. Well, make sure it sticks to what we need it to stick to, not to this mat. Let me just put one up there. Okay, and then it's requiring a is that? So I've got all the toppers over here ready to go. Okay. You know what? Which I don't need to do. This one. Let's move across this way so that you can see what I'm doing on this side. Okay, stick it all. Okay. So stir over here. Oh, I'm not winning. Am I? Okay, so I'm just pulling off my snowflakes and then popping them on like this. You have to have a snowflake cutter for things like this because no, there's no way that you can do this. Just going to get my camera just a teensy bit more so that you can see. Okay, so there's one that goes in off. Hello, camera. My camera decided I should not have moved you. No. Let's just reboot my camera. Oh, goodness. My camera has lost connection. Sorry, guys. Hopefully it will come back. But you can see me in that corner. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this one over here. So these are quite close to each other. I need to just see what I'm doing to make sure it's even. That's it. So it's like that. Then we have these two, which are plain blue and don't have. I'm just going to stick them together at the same time because they need to match up. Right. So we've got that, like that. And then there are another two on the sides, which are like that. Oh, my camera. Sorry, guys. My camera has done some weird things. I'm just going to enlarge my other camera because I don't know what's going on here. You know, it wouldn't be live, right? It wouldn't be live if something wasn't going wrong. But that's okay. You can at least see what I'm doing here now. Okay. And then we're going to pop, so we're going to put a, okay, I need to see where I'm going to, so we're going to put Anna. I washed and cleaned them. So we're going to pop Anna here. I mean, so these aren't, they're not heavy, which is fantastic. So that one is going to work out perfectly. But now Anna is a problem because Anna falls over. And I can't have Anna falling over. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put Anna, where she's not going to fall over, unless I put her in a position that she is supported by her system so that she doesn't fall over. But she can also go in to the cake. Look at that! Woohoo! Look at that. Oh yes, that looks lovely. Okay, so then we'll put some of these beauties. some snowflakes around here on the cake top. Sure, the snowflakes are kind of fragile in that because of the very thin ends. So there's this I need it to be in the front, right? Okay. So there's these like white trees that have been painted on. I don't think that this cake is, I feel like this cake that I'm copying is not it looks like it's buttercream, but it possibly might not be. So now to put in, oh, it's quite big actually, so that should work. So I'm going to put Gale somewhere here. I'm going to push her right in there so that she's very supported. Okay. And I'm going to put a leaf behind Anna. Oh, Anna is sticking so nice. Oh wait, maybe not. What? If I can push this into the board without destroying my cake. There we go. Just did exactly what I needed to do. So what I did is I pushed the wire. The wire is quite thick that I've used, and I've pushed it into the board. Just give it that extra support. I can't go any more than that. Okay. How gorgeous is that? How beautiful. Then obviously we still need to put our beautiful little Olaf. So we're going to put him over here. So I'm putting Olaf and the wait, I want to try and do this painting. Wait, this is like a loss. This is like an afterthought. Because I only just saw it. Where's the paintbrush? Like I only just saw it in the picture. So my buttercream is dry enough. So I'm going to mix a little bit of opal shiny white, because I don't actually have white, but I think this would be perfectly fine. And I'm going to, you see, it's very faint. It's why I missed it in the first place. Very, very faint. These beautiful little white trees. How do I do this now? I want you to see what I'm doing. I'm going to move the cake round so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm painting over here. Don't know if you're going to see it. Just there. It's basically trees with no leaves. And I'm doing it very, very, very lightly because I don't actually want to disturb my icing at all, my buttercream. You see it? It's very, very faint. It's not, it's like, it's very subtle. Very, very subtle. Gail, are you going to fall over and cause chaos? I feel like you might. But you're not staying where you need to be. I need it like an anchor. She keeps twisting. I'm gonna take Gail out. Because the more I turn, the more Gail's going to turn. So, and the more she's going to create one massive hole in the cake. So I don't want that. I'm going to do it on the other side. And I might actually just do some at the back, just so that the back has something going on. And you'll see it more now because I don't have big figurines and I only have Olaf and the lizard. And then I'm actually going to do one at the back. I think it'll look nice if it's there. Okay, I am super happy with that. So then I'm going to, okay, let's put Olaf in. Olaf has now got some orange on him. That's not great. Good. So I'm going to put Olaf here. Olaf also has the tendency to fall over. Not sure why. And my beautiful little lizard, I'm going to pop over there. So the two of them, are going to be in the front like that. Oh, Anna, you are staying where you're supposed to be. I'm so happy about that. And then I'm going to pop some leaves around the cake just because I can, and I want to make it, you know, slightly different to this other cake. So the other cake doesn't, the picture that I'm copying doesn't actually have leaves like this lying around and about. So along the pink, the join of the pink and orange, I'm going to put my baby girl's name. Let's put some more, oh goodness. More of these. On here, more snowflakes. Just dot them around the cake. And we are pretty much done. So that is the cake, really, with gale is blowing in the wind here. That's not. I don't know if bending here is going to help. I think that will help. Just to stop her. What's happening is that she's leaning down and around. Maybe if I put her straight up. But I needed to. No. And that's what I was trying to avoid. But I think it might work out better. Oh, Anna, you've got gale in your face. Move that around. Okay, actually that's going to work way better now. It's in. So I've pushed it into the cake so that into the board. Actually, I've pushed it right through so that it goes into the board. And my problem at the moment now is that poor Anna's being pushed over by leaves. And this turntable keeps moving. Okay. Right. Huh? Okay. So that is it. That is it. I'm done. So I'm just going to put the name and the 7 over there, and then we're done. That's me for today. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm going to get on with the rest of the other stuff that I need to get done that is super boring and I'm not going to put on live. And then so that we are ready tomorrow morning to finish up this big cake. Have a super duper day, and I'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Where am I? No?